All right, Tim family, let's go ahead and get this call started. You guys, like I said, I'm super excited. I don't have some of the controls that Mr. T has, so if you wouldn't mind going ahead and muting out your call, that would be so great. That way we have a nice, clear call so you can hear all the dynamic leaders that we have on today. You guys, I am so excited to welcome you to this call. This is the opportunity of a lifetime. What we have here is the perfect blend of a product that is doing something that I've never even heard of. There's a paradigm shift going on, guys. We are changing the way that we are going to consume our nutritional supplements. And the leader in that industry is Team Effort Network. Team Effort Network has been around for over 12 years. They have a sister division, My Video Talk. And this compensation plan that you're going to hear today is a tried and true. We have millionaires all over the world. We're in 70 different countries, and we just launched this product just a year ago. And let me tell you something, guys, the testimonials will blow you away. The results are real that people are finding. People are able to change their life, change their income, and overall just have a better, healthier, wealthier life. And we hope that you will join us on that vision. So here to talk about a little bit more about what we're talking about here, let's bring Nikisha, one of our dynamic leaders out from, I think, the Bay Area she's in. And she's going to tell you a little bit about this phrase. Yes, I know she's here. She's going to share her excitement. She's going to tell us a little bit about these sprays. You guys, get your pens and paper, because what she's going to give you is something that people are paying thousands of dollars to hear. And you're going to hear about how you can get these sprays at a very affordable price. And Nikisha's going to explain how it's going to really benefit your body. Nikisha, have you made it to the line? I know I heard a woo-hoo.
I have. Woohoo! Let me tell you something. The Bay Area has no idea yet what it's in for. I mean, this is an amazing company. What Mel and Amy Gill have been able to do is just astounding. It's just really astounding. I can't find the words to really describe what they've done, but you know, that's what happens when you're blessed with something like this. What we're talking about are intraoral sprays. Intraoral sprays basically is a technology, a health technology that you use to deliver nutrients and vitamins into your system. So right into your glands and then into your bloodstream. We get the information from the physician's desk reference. So we're not just pulling this information out of our sleeve. It comes from a reputable source. Your doctor, my doctor, uses this reference to diagnose, treat you even, to find out more information about health issues and so forth. Okay, so we have 5 amazing sprays. And by the way, the reason why I sound like this is because I'm in a mixture of excitement, anticipation. I'm running like all these last minute tasks before Vegas, and it's crazy, but I love it. And I'm using the sprays. I'm a product of the sprays. So without further ado, I'm just going to jump right into the products because they deserve every piece of our attention. Our first spray is our D-Power. D-Power contains what we know as a sunshine vitamin, but it's actually D3. D3 is actually a pro-hormone. It's not a vitamin. It's a pro-hormone. And what it does is pretty much everything you think of. And if you were blessed to be on the call this past Tuesday, you heard Susan Rex Ryan, a renowned researcher, just hands down, she knows her stuff. She's got credentials across the way. She knows her stuff, and she basically delivered a bunch of useful information about vitamin D deficiency. And remember, not D2, but vitamin D3. And I think that it would be of the utmost importance for everybody to go ahead and listen to a recording of that call so you can share the information. Vitamin D is responsible for things like preventing asthma, autism, and a number of other things, other more serious illnesses, but also contagious illnesses like influenza. So it's very important that you have a healthy amount of vitamin D3 in your system to prevent or to treat lots of things. I'm going to move on to the next one, which is B-Boost. B-Boost contains a combination of B3, B6, and vitamin B12. It's just absolutely amazing what this spray means and what it does. It eliminates the need for energy drinks. It takes care of your organs, I mean, it's phenomenal actually in what it does. What we're talking about is basic nutrition. We're talking about daily preventative nutrition. And I had the unfortunate opportunity to find out exactly why it is daily preventative nutrition. Yesterday, I was doing a lot of running around, and I haven't been on the Super 10 spray in quite a while. And I'm ashamed to admit that, but I'm just being honest here. And this morning, I could barely move because my knees had swollen up again. Well, that when I was on that Super 10, it kept the swelling down. It kept the swelling down so much that I forgot that I have arthritis in both knees. So it's very important that you deliver these nutrients into your system on a daily basis. So needless to say, I'm back on that Super 10 spray. So our next spray, speaking of which, Super 10, okay, Super 10 is packed with 10 superfoods, and it's amazing in what it does. Not only does it keep down the inflammation, but the toxins. It combats those toxins in each one of your cells, and it does a good job of it. Things like digestion, just an energy boost, because it basically cleans up your cells. When your cells are weighed down by toxins, you have low energy. And I could go on and on and on, but Super 10 it's an amazing spray. Our next spray is our Slim by 10. Slim by 10, don't sleep on that spray. I know people are tired of hearing about weight loss supplements, but I'm going to tell you, it's like the most convenient way to go ahead and use a weight loss supplement. We're talking about spraying the probably the healthiest thing you can spray into your mouth as far as weight loss goes, and it goes right into your glands within 3 minutes, into your bloodstream within 5 minutes, and it's already going to work on your behalf, clearing your body of that fat, blocking the fat-making process. It burns. That spray does a whole lot. It shrinks your waistline. It controls your appetite. It does it pretty well. I have a coworker who she made sure she got a spray from me yesterday, and that was actually for somebody else, so I got to hustle up another spray. So it's amazing what that product does. I've used it myself. I have a couple of testimonies about that spray. It's just fantastic. Our next spray is Stellar Energy. It's our 5th spray, and I'm going to tell you, it's like an immune system in a bottle. You're talking about having thousands of tiny little surgeons inside of your body, just waxing and polishing every cell for optimum performance, to sleep better, to to feel renewed when you wake up in the morning after exercise or just your daily activities. It contains glutathione, the mother of all antioxidants. It contains alpha-lipoic acid, or you might know it as ALA. ALA is pretty fantastic in what it's able to get glutathione to do. It also contains resveratrol, and it contains the natural caffeine. Stellar Energy is a world's first, and keep in mind, Team Effort Network, Mel and Amy Gill, were the first ones to bring it to market. So nobody else has anything like what we have in our hands. 7+ billion people need all 5 of these sprays. And I'm going to tell you, in Las Vegas this Saturday, this weekend, we're going to be introduced to a brand new product, and I cannot wait. I'm so excited, which is why I just sound like flat out weird right now because I don't know what to do with myself. We are going to be introduced to this new information, this new product. I can't wait to try it. We're going to be able to sample the heck out of it, according to Mel Gill. And let me tell you, it's just going to be amazing. And I was on the call this morning, and I heard somebody say, what Mel and Amy Gill are doing. I don't think anybody else will be interested in doing it because they wouldn't get enough out of it. Mel and Amy Gill, I don't want to just go off on a tangent about them, but I'm going to tell you, we're blessed. We're really blessed in the ownership team that we have, the products that we have, the wealth opportunity that we have, to create a legacy for our children, our grandchildren, and on down the line. Ken is here to stay. And Nikisha, you know I could go on and on and on, and I know you could too about the product. So I'm going to turn it right over to you.
I'm going to let you go. I'm going to stop you.
Let me tell you.
Do it.
Yeah, I have a testimonial about every single one of those products. They're amazing. They are amazing. Right back to you.
Nikisha, we have a little time. Would you go ahead and just give us one of those testimonials just real quick? Because I think people don't understand how powerful your story is and what you've been through. So if you wouldn't mind just giving us, just take a spray and just give us a testimonial, because I know you got a bunch.
Absolutely. I would more than love to, because I know it was a testimonial that actually got my attention and basically turned my life around. I know that sounds like an exaggeration, but it's why I sound so excited on the calls and why I sound like an idiot. Is because somebody introduced me to the D Power, the one that contains the vitamin D3 and the vitamin E. And I mentioned that vitamin D deficiency causes asthma. And I so hope that the next time Susan Rex Ryan is on the line that she talks about how in the world could something like asthma be a vitamin deficiency related thing. But to make a long story short, someone told me about their heart palpitations. I had heart palpitations. They knew I was going through it. I'm not sure if they knew I had asthma. But she said, I tried this for my heart palpitations, and they went away immediately. And she had my attention, okay? When I find things that work, information that makes sense, because I have a health and wellness background, okay, I'm in. And then I do my research, and then I try it. But I'm only interested in things that are natural, that are wholesome, and treatments that are holistic. So I know that my body is not a dumping ground for medications and other, pills, juices, gel capsules, whatever. So when she said a spray and that it helped immediately, I didn't know the why behind that immediately yet, but she said it happened immediately. I jumped right on it. So I tried it. 2.5 weeks later, using that D Power with the vitamin D3 and the vitamin E inside. Oh, let me tell you, I didn't know where my asthma inhaler, my rescue inhaler was. I hadn't used it in 2.5 weeks. Before that, I was using it every day. And I was short of breath every day. I'd be having a conversation with my son, and I'd have to stop talking because I was out of breath. And I'm sure he didn't know what was going on, and he was probably concerned. But I'm going to tell you, God is good. That whole situation has been completely turned around. Lord willing, it'll continue. But that D Power, it actually saved my life. So when Mr. T says that to people on the call, he is not exaggerating. Yes. The D Power saved my life. So I am forever grateful to Mel and Amy Gill, to Team Effort Network, to God for just putting this in their hands. I prayed for it, and it happened for me. So, Nikisha, I hope that answered your question, and I hope I said enough to make somebody just want to try it. Just try it for yourself.
Absolutely. I mean, I had actually the opposite response of you, because when I first started it, I felt like I was a pretty healthy person. And one of the things that I noticed is that when your body's not getting good nutrition, you don't know what being healthy is like. So when I started taking it, I just saw an improvement in energy and stamina. And then it's like you, I was like you stop taking, you forget, because that becomes the new normal. You forget taking it, and then all of a sudden you start to go back into those old patterns, but you start spraying again, and you start to see the difference. And so I am definitely a big believer, and you definitely said enough to make me want to try to spray it again.
Fantastic.
Wonderful. Thank you so much for that, Nikisha. I am so looking forward to seeing you in Vegas, so I will see you on Saturday.
Yes.
Super excited.
I will be there tomorrow. We're leaving tomorrow morning. I can't wait.
Yay. So, you know what? This is just, I love when she does the products and she tells us about this opportunity, because it really is life-changing. People are trying this product and it's changing their lives. But not only is it changing their health, it's also changing their wealth. One of the things that I get really, really sad when I talk to people is how hopelessness has just totally taken over our society. People don't feel like, they said 84%, the U.S. Census Bureau took a poll and said 84% of Americans don't believe they're going to have enough money for retirement. 84%. That means that when you run into 10 people, 8 of them don't believe they're going to have enough money for retirement. And this is truly the new way of distributing products. And let me tell you why, guys. Network marketing, if you've never heard it about, is just a way of using the recommendations that we all look for friends and family as a way to earn extra income. And this is something that you can do in your part-time. And this is something that's really gratifying because you're going to be able to introduce these sprays to people. And not only are you going to give them an opportunity to improve their health, but as soon as they see that health improvement, you're going to have a way that they can also improve their financial situation. Because what's good health if you don't have any money? And what's having a bunch of money if you're already sick? And so this is a great opportunity to blend all of them together. There's over 10 different ways of getting paid. Like I said, they have millionaires all over the globe. We're already in 70 different countries. And the way that you can max out this compensation plan, earn as much money as I'm about to talk about right now, is all you have to do is find 2 people who see the vision. That's just 2 people who want to spray themselves to better health. 2 people who want to retire whenever they want to, who want to have financial freedom, who want to have the opportunity to have money coming in every single month without having to work super hard at it. All you have to do is just share these products with your family and friends and start to earn a residual income following our system. The first way you can get paid is by building retail. Well, so what does that mean? That means just selling the sprays. Let me tell you something, guys. I'm making on average, let's see, this week alone, I made over $250 just in retail sales just this week. I think my highest month was $700. I'm probably going to pass it this month because I'm already at $250 or $3 something for this month. So the retail is awesome because right now you can sell these sprays for as low as $25 and your cost is only $12 to $15. That's a huge markup. But let me tell you something. Like Nikisha said, our Cell Energy is the one and only glutathione intraoral spray on the market with alpha-lipoic acid and resveratrol. And that means that people are out there selling it for $50. I lie to you, not for a 30-day supply. You know why? Because the demand is there, guys. The demand is there. And that's really what drives the prices. I know I had to raise my Cell Energy price. I actually had to take it off the web because I can't keep it in stock. That's how quickly it sells. So this opportunity, you don't have to sell the product. That's not part of the compensation plan. But you have an opportunity that you get to sell these products. And let me tell you something, selling them on the internet is so fast and easy because there's so many testimonials and people are looking for ways to improve the health. The next way is by building your team. And our simple system is you get to and you help to. Get to and help to. Write that down because that's our simple system. And when you follow that system, you can earn up to $35,000 a week just by people following that simple system and duplicating. Now, why do you want to have a team? Like I said, this is all built on recommendations. Think about it. The last time you went to say Amazon.com, what do? You read the reviews because you want to see if people like them, you want to see if people don't like them. You know, what about the last movie you went to? How many people did you tell how good that movie was or how bad that movie was? And when that person went to the movies or didn't get to go to the movies, do you get paid? No, you don't get paid when you give out the recommendations. But now you do. When you have results like what Nikisha was talking about, and you share those with other people, you can start to get paid a residual income in addition to that $35,000 a week, guys, and that's a week. I hope you guys are writing that down because that's a lot of money. You can also get up to $150 a month in passive residual income. What does that mean? That means that the people that you introduce this opportunity to and use the products on a monthly basis, which they will, guys, that's the great thing about this, is that regardless if someone decides to run their business or not, they're going to continue to use the products because, like I said, me and Nikisha both found this out the hard way. You start taking products, it starts to improve your health, and if you stop taking it, you start to see your health go right back down because these are essential for the body to function. Our soil is depleted. Our air is dirty. You need to start supplementing the body. And so people use these sprays even if they don't run their own business, which is great for you because you can earn a passive residual income of up to $150,000 a month. Imagine what $150,000 a month would do for you and your family. Or maybe you don't need that much money. Maybe, did you know that the average person who files for bankruptcy would not have had to file if they had had an extra $500 a month? You guys, that's how tight people are living. They're living paycheck to paycheck. And now you have an opportunity to, in your part-time, instead of watching TV or playing Candy Crush, you can start a business that gives you tax breaks. You guys, if you don't have a side business right now, you are paying way too much in taxes. I can tell you that right now. You need to have a side business to supplement some of these things. And that side business can actually earn you income. So that's the exciting thing about this compensation plan is that you start to create a lifestyle after a while. Imagine this. If I told you that you want 75 people join your team, and remember, these are not people that you're going to personally enroll. These are people that are going to come from following that 2x2 system. You get your 2, help them to get their 2, and they do the same thing for the people that they enroll. And when 75 people join your organization, only 75 people, you're going to get a $600 car payment for the BMW, Mercedes, or Tesla of your choice. of your choice. You go down to the dealership, you tell them Team Effort Network is going to pay for it, and you're going to be walking out there with a brand new car. It is so easy. In fact, our owners, it's so funny, our owners put out a challenge in the network marketing industry and said if someone could find an easier car payment program, that he would give them $10,000. And after 12 years, he still has that $10,000 burning a hole in his pocket, because let me tell you something, it's not out there. We have definitely looked. This is the one and only dual core double binary, which means you get paid when people join your organization because you're sharing the vision, and when people consume the products every month because they're seeing results. This is a win-win-win, guys. Here's the thing that you have to realize. And we're going to bring on Dr. Brazel to really drive this home. People are hurting out there. Not only are they hurting financially, but they're also hurting in their health. And you want to make sure that you have an opportunity for people to change their life around. What financial freedom really gives you is freedom. It's not about the money. It's about being able to go out there and do the things that you love, do the things that you want to do, do the things that you've always dreamed of doing without being confined to a 9-to-5 job and having to trade all your time in for a little bit of money that doesn't even last you, and still to walk away after 65 years and not be able to pay your bills. That's a sad scenario, you guys, but Team Effort Network is here. They've been around for 12 years, and this was really a labor of love because Melanie, their daughter, was vitamin D deficient, and they were looking for a better product for her on the market. And that's how you know that these owners are very invested in everybody having an opportunity to feel safe coming back into network marketing and to have a chance to be successful. And that's what this team is all about. It's helping you to earn that income, to improve your health, to get yourself to that desired goal. And no one better to bring that whole message home than our one and only Dr. Razzle Dazzle Brazzle out there in Houston, Texas, doing big things, been in the industry for many, many years. He's seen it all. He's done it all. He's been super successful. He's had some failures, but you know what? He knows that this is a process. And he's one of those leaders who's going to drive you, and help you and guide you through this process. So, Dr. Brazel, if you wouldn't mind just coming on real quick, sharing what's on your heart. We always love to hear from you because you always drive home the most important key points. It's not about the money. It's not about the spread. It's about what it can do for you and your family. So I'm going to throw it over to you. Dr. Brazel, have you made it to the line?
Yes, I am. Thank you. Such wonderful job, ladies. I tell you, you can hear me okay, right? Everybody can hear me? Okay. Hey, but you know what? I just wanted to say, because really, just like Nikisha were talking about earlier, what the products not only can do, but this company and this pay plan and what you can make. I mean, you know what? And my thing is, what I want to kind of talk about right now is vision. You know, a lot of people don't probably understand and realize what vision is. And let me just read the explanation of vision. It refers to an explanation, usually in written form, of what a person or business wants to be or get done at some later point in time. It identifies goals, providing direction to activities and motivating people to move forward. And I think that's very important for a lot of us because we've lost our vision. You know, I look at a lot of people, and just like Nikisha was saying earlier, you know, a lot of people walking around here, and I call it in a coma. And a coma meaning that, you know, if you ever notice or seen someone that's in a coma, they're just there. Some of them sometimes can hear you, but they can't do anything about it. They can't react to what you're saying. And that's what's happening with a lot of Americans today. But yet and still, we hear about people that are dying to get over here to America for the American dream. So what's wrong with the picture for people that are here? We all have some things that we hoped for and believed in and at one time in our life when we were, and some of us that can remember, back in elementary school, you know, we used to say, when I grow up, I'm going to be a doctor, I'm going to be a lawyer, I'm going to be a teacher, preacher, whatever, or basketball player. But what happened? After we graduated, we faced what is called reality. We stopped believing. We stopped dreaming. We stopped hoping. We stopped believing in ourselves. We started listening to noisy negatives, what I call it. But, you know, I want to share this with you. This product and what we're about to do and accomplish this weekend and celebrate our annual first year with this company. I'm so excited myself about the weekend. I can hardly just wait. But what we want to say is what we want to do. We want to help you with the financial cancer that you're dealing with right now. Like I always say, and I talk to many people, and especially senior citizens that are dealing with this, to try to make a decision between whether or not you're going to eat or buy your medications. That's not fair in America. To try to make a decision whether or not you got to have your limb cut off because of diabetes, that's not fair in America. To have to make a decision whether or not you got to leave your home or turn in your car or have it repossessed, that's not fair in America. When we have the greatest business and industry in the world, the multi-level marketing business, if you are not creating residual income, then you're playing Russian roulette. That's the way I look at it. Me and my wife, you probably heard about us. We built an organization, thousands of people, but we didn't do it alone. We started out, we personally probably in this particular company, we put in about 12 people. It turned into thousands. But let me tell you, just like Nikisha said, we have been in some businesses that have failed. We've tried some things that have failed, but we kept our vision. We kept our beliefs. We believed in what we were doing, and we didn't give up. That's what this is all about. It's a marathon. It's not a sprint. We have some of the best products, in the world. The company pay plan, you can't beat it. I'm just telling you, we have never experienced products that have actually, people like Mr. T has said several occasions and on these calls that we can't even keep the products. We got a closet full of products that we tried in the past. Can't even get rid of them. They're expired now. We got to throw them away. But we don't have a problem with these products. That's a good problem, though. But last but least, I'm going to leave you with this. We want you to join 10 and win. We want you to get rid of that financial cancer. We want you to have good health. We want to sign you up in the NBA, the Never Broke Again League. And then finally, you can retire in the NFL. No financial limits. Remember, and I believe this wholeheartedly, that we were all designed for success by our Creator. But unfortunately, through life changes and everything that goes around surrounding us, we're programmed for failure by many institutions who only wish to make merchandise out of us. In other words, keep us as consumers. Let 10 get rid of that virus in your mind that keeps you from operating to your full potential. Let's get rid of those pop-ups. In other words, people say you can't do it. And reboot your computer. It's time to build your dreams. Stop building someone else's, and also be in good health. You have an option right now and a choice to make. You can be healthy, just if that's all you want to do, be healthy. Or you can be healthy and wealthy. I would prefer the latter. And remember, the definition of insanity is to keep doing the same thing over and over again and expecting a different result. Be like the rich. They invest in themselves and assets. Many people getting income tax checks right now. What do you think the poor people and average people do with their income tax checks? Go and spend it on liabilities. That's not what the rich do. What decisions will you make today? Are you going to do what you want to do? You can do what you want to do for the next year or so, and then you can have for the rest of your life to enjoy yourself, like Nikisha said previously. It's nice to be able to go and travel and do and buy that kind of car you want, live in the kind of home that you want to live in, and not worry about the cost, and not have to worry about if you lose your job, you're practically out there on the street for most people within a few months. That's not what America is all about. And last but least, Mark Twain said, 2 most important days of our lives. The first one is when we were born. The second one is when we find out our why. What is your why? Why are you on this call? Why are you in this business? Why were you created? There's a reason, and it's not just to exist. Thank you, Nikisha.
Woo! Yes, yes, yes. Thank you, Dr. Brazel. Yes, that's exactly what we're talking about, ladies and gentlemen. What do you want to do? What's your why? It's okay to dream again, because now you have a way to get there. This is the vehicle that can drive you to your dream. So for a low investment of only $400, actually less than $400, you're going to get over $600 worth of product, and you're going to be able to start your financial freedom, get ready to go into the NBA and retire in the NFL, and you're going to be able to start your dreams. Now, if you're sitting here thinking, oh, my goodness, I can barely pay my light bills. How am I going to find $400? Let me tell you this. You know, when I first got into this industry, I had that same thought. At least, you know, my background is in business, so I always knew that you had to invest before you started a new business. But I didn't have the money to start this business. And you know what I did? I took the last money that I had, borrowed a little money, and I said I had to do something that was going to change my financial future. And I'm so glad that I did, because if I hadn't done that, we wouldn't have been able to buy a house. We wouldn't have been able to get a new car. We wouldn't have been able to change our lifestyle and start to live the way that we wanted to live instead of just existing and struggling from check to check. So I understand there's someone out here who has dreams and wants to do something for the future, and it seems like a lot of money. Here's the thing. You can buy your product package, borrow that money, you can sell all your sprays, and you'll still be up about $100. There's no reason to not say yes to yourself. So I encourage you, go ahead and say yes to yourself. Get back in touch with the person who invited you to this call, because, man, they sure do love you, and they wanted you to have the opportunity to improve your health and or your wealth. And I'm so excited that you decided to join us. So we're going to go ahead and end this call. Make sure you get back to the person who invited you. They'll tell you exactly how you can get set up, start your training on our 2x2 plan. And by the end of this year, you could be making an income, I think, of over $20,000 a month in residual income. Who can say no to that? All right, we're going to go ahead and officially end this call. I'm Nikisha Bond, and thank you so much for joining us. Bye-bye.